Welcome everyone to the game between Abugenda Nagy from Libya, who's rated 1972, playing with the white pieces against Erdogmus Yagiz Kaan. Erdogmus Yagiz Kaan is one of the big hopes of Turkey in this tournament, and he starts off with the French defense. And the boy is just 15 years old, I believe. He's already rated 2651, played incredibly well in the FIDE Grand Swiss, and he's definitely someone to watch out for. We'll be having our eyes on him if he manages to win this round, which he will, I believe, with the 670 points, 680 points difference. He will most likely face Leon Mendonça in round 2. We have the French defense here. Abugenda, a big opportunity for him to face such a strong opponent. E takes d5. Yaz is, I believe, one of the top seeds who has to play round 1 of the FIDE World Cup because top 50 seeds get a bye. And for the youngster, I believe it's a fun opportunity. Bishop d3. We have the exchange French here. The bishop comes out on d3 square. And Yaz now has to figure out what to do, because when you're facing someone who's so lower rated than you, sometimes it gets a bit worrying, right, when your opponent plays this opening like exchange French. But let's see what Yaz does here. He first brings his knight out on c6, forcing the pawn to c3. So then you have a small difference now in the structure. White has this pawn chain while black has the knight here. Bishop comes out to d6, and Abugenda now brings, he plays his pawn to h3, which is logical because if you play knight f3, I believe he might be afraid of the pin here. So he first plays his pawn to h3, and now knight to e7. One of the ideas of this move is to play bishop f5 and to trade the knights, trade the bishops there. Could be, but I believe with his opponent, Yaz doesn't want to trade pieces. Queen f3 played, and a nice move there. Not knight f3, stopping bishop f5. So quite an ambitious play by Abugenda there. And Yaz will complete his development here. Short castles is on the board, and perhaps knight e2 followed by short castling makes a lot of sense here. He goes knight e2. He develops the knight. And one idea is to put the rook on the open file. Rook e8 is a good move here. We are on move number 8 right now. Knight to g6 played. Interesting. Now, queen h5 makes a lot of sense because then the knight cannot move. There's pressure on h7. You can also castle here. Oops, castle. Because if knight h4, you have queen h5. That should be fine. But Abugenda here is thinking about what to do, and he plays his pawn to h4. Now, this is kind of going against the principles of opening play. In a way, his king is in the center. He's playing h4. It's very ambitious, by the way. You want to play h5. You want to attack here. And look at this nice move by Erdogmus. He's like, now I'm putting pressure here. You can't castle. Your h4 pawn is hanging. If you push h5, I have knight h4, which is a killer blow here. So he goes g3, which to some point makes sense because now you want to play h5 and knight is no longer coming here. But black has an incredible resource here. The position is already winning for black. It's very beautiful. Look at Yaz's face. He knows he's seen it, and he's very excited because it's a very beautiful tactic that is there in the position. It's all around this king on e1 and this bishop and queen, which are slightly misplaced. It's a beautiful move. try to think what should black do here and see if you can find it before Yaz makes it on the board. Yes, perfect. Knight e5, what a move. Beautiful move by Yaz. If you take now, I take back, and the point is both are attacked. So the only way to keep it defended is queen e3 or queen d5. If queen e3, I like this move bishop c5 or bishop g4 with the idea of knight f3 check and the queen is hanging, and it's very difficult to also knight d3, queen d3, bishop e2. You can't save everything. So right now this is the position. If queen e3, it's over with bishop c5 or bishop g4. He goes queen takes d5, which makes a lot of sense. And now Yaz has to prove his compensation. Bishop g4 looks good, threatening bishop f3. Bishop e6 also makes a lot of sense here. In this position, we have c6 here is also a move. He plays bishop e6, very cool move. And he's asking a question, how do you keep defending your bishop? Because if queen d4 here, there is knight f3 check with a fork. I believe the only other move is queen e4, but then it is met with the move f5. Very interesting position right out of the opening. It's just move number 12, and Abu Genda is in big trouble. It's also one of the cases where you don't follow opening principles and get punished massively. Well, you may want to kind of get out of this with bishop h7, but that's not going to help. King h7, check, f5. So queen e4 played, trying to keep the extra piece. Very quickly f5 played by Erdogmus. And now I guess you need to play queen e3. I mean queen d4 we saw loses to knight f3 check. So Abu Genda now thinking. He comes back queen e3 and bishop d5, an excellent move attacking the rook. And if you save the rook, let's say rook f1, then knight f3 check would lose the queen. So not an easy move to meet. I wonder what Nagy will do here, Abu Genda Nagy. He goes king f1 here. And now, well, Yaz can take the rook. It's a free rook, it's a tasty rook, and it's hanging. He thinks a bit here, takes on h1, a good move, and black is totally winning. Abu Genda already down to 1 minute 50 seconds. So he's really low on time. He plays bishop takes f5. And now a very cute tactic here. I mean, you can play knight f3, unleashing the rook. But you can also play bishop to c5, attacking the queen. And if queen takes the bishop, there's a checkmate here. It's a very pretty checkmate, by the way. Bishop c5. Maybe you have to go queen d2 now, but after knight f3 takes, it's a beautiful position with black pieces being totally coordinated here. So bishop c5, what a nice move by Yaz, and he's creating a modern day miniature here. Queen g5 played, and Yaz instantly checkmates. Abu Genda resigns here. Checkmate on the board in just 17 moves. Wow. So maybe one of the shortest games, I think maybe the shortest game at FIDE World Cup, 17 moves, but I think a very instructive one, which shows the importance of king safety and castling in the opening, which is important. Abu Genda did not do that and fell into trouble. I'm actually very interested in how Yaz does in this event. He will win this match, I'm pretty sure. He'll take the winner of Wang Shixu and Leon Mendonça. If let's say Leon, being the higher rated, wins there, then it's Leon versus Yaz. And eventually, I believe Yaz would face Richard Rapport. And if he manages to win there, maybe even Vidit Gujarati. So, a very interesting and exciting tournament awaits us for this youngster, and we'll be following his journey in this tournament.